A lot of this can be avoided in the vetting process. One of the things that I hear being mischaracterized is that term, that phrase, equally yoked. When you find somebody that's equally yoked to you, it does not mean money and none of that crap. It really means that y'all are spiritually and morally aligned.
Mm.
So most of the things you're talking about, Ann, like I'm gonna go out on a limb, just ballpark figure, 8 out of 10 things we are already in agreement on. That's what being equally yoked with somebody means. Like,
Really?
yes, that's what like meaning that if there's something, if somebody asks if my kid can go somewhere and I'm not present and my wife can't get me on the phone,
We're
she
aligned.
knows she will know my husband ain't going for that shit. Sorry, he can't
Correct.
go. But I
Oh, okay.
mean,
I feel it. Yes, I
you see
understand.
what I'm saying? But I'm saying like when you're looking for this type of deference, you don't have to do that with somebody you're equally yoked to. You see what I'm saying? You are
What about the
spiritually
broken
and
people?
morally aligned, right?
I
So you
agree.
can almost feel that. Oh, that's a big decision. My husband gonna come to me. We probably gonna talk about that later. Let me
I
let me make
agree.
some answers up in my head. That's so. I think what ends up happening in our situation in the states and these Western societies is that because we date for the wrong reasons, because people end up in beds with people they're not equally yoked to, we doing shit
Mm,
off of looks, fat ass, all that type shit. Is
mm.
that we are completely misaligned with these people, and then we trying to force a square peg into a round hole. You don't
Oh,
have these problems with somebody you equally yoked to. I promise. It's imagine only working on 2 out of 10 things instead of 8 out of 10 things that you disagree on.
life
Like
is so
that's how
much
marriages work.
easier.
You're already in agreement. No, no, like my husband gonna want to be here to discuss this. Don't discuss this without me. This is pretty big. Like when you hear women talk like that, when you hear men talk like that, it's like, damn, this person really has an understanding of the way the other person's mind works. That's an agreement,
I
right?
love
So you
and
don't
I
have to
agree.
you don't have to over pursue agreement. You don't have to over pursue deference. It happens naturally with people who are aligned that way.
I agree. And I love that you said that. The issue I have though is like we had saw on this panel tonight, women think that's a fantasy. Women think that's the reality is we're broken, so we might as well find a man we can control and then take his resources and divorce. I've been engaged 4 times, like it's a flex, right? What you're talking about requires actual deep connection to spirit, character development, and a willingness to work with someone. A lot of these women think I would rather find a good man and control
Wait,
him.
what you say about being engaged 4 times?
I'm saying a lot of women, what he's talking about is beautiful, and I agree that's the whole point that our submission and our and only having to work on 2 things in a relationship is ideal.